Hi, I'm Abbey Clancy.
And I'm Peter Crouch.
Welcome to the Therapy Crouch.
Yes, welcome to Therapy Crouch. It's important that you subscribe to this. We're making serious content here. And if you want to continue hearing this amazing content, then you need to hit subscribe because it really makes a difference.
And it's completely free. All you got to do is hit that red button and yeah, we can stay coming in your ears. Wow.
Lovely.
Wow.
So I went viral this week, Ross. I don't know if you know. 8 million people have looked at it. 8 million people taking the piss going, look at this fella here. Like, everyone's bored stiff and robot. Like, don't do it again.
You did the robot 5 times. When they die, obviously I'll get that new carpet. I know it sounds terrible, but
So the first thing I think is when they die, I'll get a new carpet.
I pressed a red button with a key.
Yeah.
Then 4 minutes later, 3 police cars turned up at my door.
Oh my
What's
God.
the emergency?
Just press the panic alarm.
Hello and welcome to the Therapy Crouch with me, Abbey Clancy.
Me, Peter Crouch.
And our Ross has got a man bun in today.
I know. The
What's with
hair's,
the man
the hair's
bun?
uncontrollable. I need to get it sorted, but I'm too lazy.
I like the man bun.
Yeah. I haven't worn one for a while, to be fair. I haven't got the hairline for it anymore, unfortunately.
You have?
So I'm trying to...
You've got a good hairline. It's not like Pete. No offence.
I was going to ask Pete for a bit of Rogaine.
I'll just say something really... She's good at that. I'll say something really rude and then say, oh, no offence.
It's not rude. It's just
not rude.
factual.
Is it?
Baby,
How am I
it's-
bald in any way?
You're not bald.
How am I bald in any way?
No, it's your
I've got a
hairline.
full head of hair.
Let's see your hairline.
Well, my hairline is, look.
You look good. I
What do you want from me? 44-year-old man with a full head of hair.
True that.
How are we, guys?
Good.
We on a good week?
We've had a great week.
You seem very positive vibes when I came in the house today. A lot of birthday cakes knocking around as well.
Yeah, well, it's literally been birthday central. It was my mum's birthday, Kaz, my best friend's birthday, then the next day, Liberty's birthday, and then the day after that, Jack's birthday.
Wow.
So it's been...
Party central.
Been busy, yeah. Like like I've never known anyone like love their birthday so much. She just loves it, doesn't she?
Oh, loves it.
She's like every day.
She's
it's
like, for the past 3
birthday
weeks,
Eve.
for the past 3 weeks, she's like, it's 13 days to my birthday. Then the next day, it's
every
12
day.
days to my birthday. And she was just, it was actually my friend Riley's birthday. And we were in this incredible place in the Cotswolds and it was cowboy themed. So right up my street.
I have seen some of the pictures and videos and I was very
phenomenal.
impressed. We will get some, I think, over the video playing because the audience needs to see this.
Everyone was saying you look like Jimmy from Yellowstone.
Jimmy, the album.
Jimmy's the guy who got banished to the other ranch.
I'm not sure, like, no one wants to be Jimmy.
Yeah, but Jimmy gets all the girls.
Yeah. But no one knows how. It's quite apt.
Yeah. What would you be if you were a cowboy? A virgin.
My cup of tea, Jimmy.
But
The videos looked incredible. And
It
the
was
photos.
just phenomenal. Like, I love my friend Riley and everything was planned to perfection. She had like a hat making stand. It was actually the same guys who did ours for the Yellowstone.
Oh, yeah.
It was those girls. We had a rodeo bull, which I lasted the longest on.
Did you?
From memory. I did 37 seconds.
Yeah,
What did
a
you
lot
do?
tougher than it looks. Like.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
I'm sure you stitched me up on that.
Oh,
But
mate.
There's 2 settings, like.
Mate, they definitely. I did it in Portugal when we were doing a podcast one time, and we went out, and I
Where
said
did
to
you
him,
go in Portugal where there was a rodeo bull?
Albufeira. Oh, mate, we ripped it up there. But
Albufeira.
I was with my bird and I went to the guy. I went, speak a little bit of Portuguese. So I've gone over, tried to make friends with him, and I went, there's an extra €5. Like, bit of a tip. I went, can you just go slow on mine so I last the longest and look good in front of me birds? And he's like, yeah, sound. Fucking put it up to the max as soon as he got on it, didn't he? He just came flying off it. I was like, you bastard.
You bastard.
But that was good.
But they are harder than they look. And I was scared because I had like a leather bra top on and suede pants. So it was either going to split my cacks or my boobs were going to fall out.
Yeah.
So I didn't really do it with the pizzazz
Pete was like that. Do you want another go?
that I wanted.
A lot of people watching.
They're good for the party then, though, aren't they? The mechanical
Great.
balls. They'd be a good little shout
It
out.
was good fun.
We had line
are tough than they
dances.
look, though. I thought I'd be all right at that. It's tough.
Yeah, it is.
You were good.
It's okay, but like, it's definitely
It's his
hard.
thighs. It's good. You might be good because you're horse riding,
Yeah,
maybe. 'cause
I've got
you can
strong
squeeze
thighs.
on, yeah.
Although I'm working on a looser leg at the moment.
How's that?
It's good. It's good.
No,
I've
but
gone
what's-
down
what's-
2 holes in my stirrups. So basically the full length of my leg now.
Okay, so that means absolutely nothing to me, and I imagine there's some people listening that means nothing too.
Okay,
Explain.
so basically in dressage, like the aim is to have as long a leg as possible.
Okay.
And not move the leg. So, you know.
I'd be good then.
Yeah, you would.
You must be touching the floor.
Yeah, but to get to
Pretty
that
long.
point, because I've got long legs, I'm more leg than body. But to get to that point, there's a lot of work to get to the long leg because you need, you know, stability, balance, a good seat, a good core. You need to be able to.
Because when your knees are like bent, can you squeeze tighter or something? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you need to kind of, you know, that's a more advanced section, which I'm working towards.
I saw your little Enzo thing in the front, by the way. That was
And
cute.
he bought me that.
Did he?
No, because my horses had the old horse's name on a stable for like weeks, and
Oh,
So I brought a new like stable name thing.
it looks
It's got
nice,
a
doesn't it? Little horseshoe on it.
little horseshoe on it. Yeah.
it's lovely.
It is nice. Funny, when we were on our way down to the Cotswolds, we both had a pep talk in the car. So it was like, I remember saying to Ab, look, let's leave shallow tonight, all right? Like, 'cause we're going to have a few beers. You're going to get on the mic. She's like, look, everyone's bored stiff of the robot. Like, don't do it again.
Did the robot 5 times?
Did the robot 5 times. Didn't come out 5 times.
Are you gonna
No,
lie?
I played the guitar.
You
and
did
I
the-
did, and I did one robot.
was boss, mate. I
No, but the guitar playing. So we
played the
had a
guitar.
country band play, and they were phenomenal. And I wanted to get her off the mic and do shallow, but she wouldn't let me.
Well, let's be honest, right? You forced her off the mic, and I forced another fella off the guitar.
Yeah, but Pete took the guitar, but what Pete did was play the guitar back to front and upside down.
I know, I see it.
So I
we'll
was
have to
just
get the
like-
video playing maybe on screen for anyone watching on YouTube.
I was like,
this
you
is
need
great.
you need to do it properly if you're gonna do that. And the neck action, I don't know, didn't have whiplash.
In the Canadian tuxedo as well.
I like the outfit.
yeah, you look smart, mate. You did look smart.
That's what a lot of the guests were saying. There was a few Canadians there, and they were like, "It's a Canadian tux, double denim."
Double denim. Yeah, well, it's good fun getting dressed up like that, isn't it?
Yeah,
It excites you as
I
well.
actually want to. Pete got his whole outfit off Amazon. Cracks me up.
Not my whole outfit. I've got that was quite an expensive shirt I had on.
Yeah, but you got your belt from
I
Amazon.
got a belt.
I don't know
from
anyone who buys clobber off Amazon. Like, I
Pete
know
does
online
all the
shopping, like
time.
You can
Zara
get
online
anything,
or whatever.
mate. You can get anything on Amazon.
I know,
whatever you want.
I get like a phone charger or like, I don't know, a gadget off Amazon, but I've never heard of people getting clobber.
Oh, just
Change your life, this,
do
doesn't it?
whatever you like. Yeah, like I had to get some whites for my paddle tournament.
Whites.
Not a problem. Straight on there. But
I
sticking
just-
around websites, you got to put your your
Yeah,
address in and all that.
I don't know how I feel about it.
Why?
I just don't.
What
It's the same as you getting stuff on Net-a-Porter, isn't it?
What's the problem?
But can you get like branded? Can you get like Nike shoes
Get
off
anything.
Amazon? You can get anything.
Yeah, anything you want.
Yeah,
Like-
but those Nike football boots you got our son for his birthday were fake.
Yeah,
They
but
weren't
they
even
off
a real
Amazon?
Nike tech.
no, because he looked through and
cross.
obviously no, it was like it looked like a Nike tip, but it went all the way round.
It was like a
So instead of being on one side and the
An
other
orb?
side, it went the whole way round. It was a fake Nike.
I was like, you can't go to bloody. You actually said you're not wearing them
I
outside
said
the
you
house.
can't wear them, but he picked them. They're the ones he wanted, and he's like, they're the ones I want. And I was like, oh,
I got him the Mikel Mbappe ones.
Mikel Mbappe.
No, wasn't it? Is it MK? MK?
The other way, KM,
KM?
Killian.
Killian? Is
Kylian
his name
Mbappe.
Killian? I love that name, Killian.
Yeah,
We've got a
I've
friend
never
called
heard- I've never
Killian,
heard
I
of it
just
until we met
love-
Killian. Yeah, you sound him, and
He's great.
He's funny.
I love him.
He's a good lad.
It's spelled differently.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
This is with a C.
No, he's just with a Y.
No, Killian's. Oh, Killian's is
Oh
with
yeah,
a
his
C.
is with a K.
Mbappe.
KY is Kylian Mbappe, and our Kylian is CI, like
Yeah.
Killian Murphy.
Yeah. This episode of the Therapy Crouch is sponsored by Compare the Market.
So, Pete, I've noticed you're a lot more chirpy lately. Have you been playing golf well or something?
No, my golf's actually been horrendous. It's actually something you introduced me to.
What? Like daytime TV, wax strips?
Now, don't be silly. Do you remember when you told me about Auto Sergey?
Yeah.
From Compare the Market?
Ah, simples.
What is that?
I love that little meerkat.
Don't ever do that again.
Why was that an ick?
No, but just please don't.
I thought I didn't give you any icks. You love Auto Sergey. Come on.
Yeah, all right, I do love him. Listen, they knew what they were talking about when they said it was simples.
Exactly.
Even I can do it. Basically, searches for new car insurance deals before I have to renew. And it's all automated, so all I have to do is pick the one I want.
Well, I haven't seen you this happy in ages, and it's all thanks to Auto Sergey.
Little hacks like this make things a hell of a lot easier.
And you are a simple kind of guy. You need things to be simple. He does. Yeah. I actually love seeing you this happy, babes.
Well, I am happy. You know what? It's a real time and money saver. So thanks to Compare the Market and thanks to my beautiful wife.
What about the meerkats?
You love the meerkats.
I love any animal. Pete, just make it simples with Auto Sergey from Compare the Market. Prices are generated from information you have provided. Review before purchasing.
Simples.
Simples.
So I went viral this week, Ross. I don't know if you know.
What?
Oh my God. Please explain.
The worst thing is I talk about golf on this pod all the time, right? And I've been playing well. And I went.
You have been playing well?
Yeah, I've been playing nicely,
How do
hitting
you
the
know?
ball nicely.
Well,
Anyway,
that's what he says.
lots of people watching.
Now I'm starting to doubt that he actually played golf on these golf trips.
Have you seen this video, Abbey?
What?
Have you seen the video? Seen it, haven't you?
I don't want. Yeah.
Oh God.
I hit it about 5 yards straight into a bush. Everyone starts laughing. But the thing is, it goes. I can't believe how big. Like I reckon about 30 people sent me this.
And do you know what? It's
Yeah, but I think it's a disgrace that people are secretly filming you.
I
It's
know.
just not nice.
But their commentary also did make it a little bit. You're like,
So
no, you
very
can tell
good.
he's a pro golfer. Just look at him. And then everyone's going, nah, I think he's a footballer, you know. And then he just
No,
shanks it.
straight in the bush.
So what is that what they actually said
We'll
on
put
the
it on.
thing?
Maybe we have to get this playing as well because it was fantastic.
Well, do you want to see it?
I've seen it.
You have seen it.
Loads of people have sent it to me.
Yeah.
Loads.
It
It's
was
not
good.
ideal. Do you know what? Like, I actually played all right after
Was
that.
that off your island trip, wasn't it?
No, that was the other day. That was around here.
Or was it?
It was like 2 weeks ago. And the worst thing is, my mate texted me and said, "Oh yeah, but they're rats, aren't they? You know, that was like 3 years ago. But mate, it was 2 weeks ago."
Yeah, because aren't you like off 8 or something now?
11.
That's good, that, mate.
I've been playing all right.
That is tasty, that.
I've been playing all right, but listen, I can still do them
All day, mate.
regularly.
All day. I've got them in the locker.
I've got them in the locker. I've got a shank in me. And
What's a shank?
where it comes off the hosel and
What's a hosel?
That's what I was like when you saw my fucking horses before.
the bottom of the club. So you got the club, it sits like that, right?
It's called
And
a
there's a shaft that goes down. There's the hosel here.
I know what a shaft is.
No your way around the shaft.
Lovely.
Joke.
It's got like a hosel. But basically, if you hit the
Not a
ball...
nozzle.
No, a hosel. So if you hit the ball... So basically, the ball's here. Here's
Yeah.
the ball. You hit the ball and you got to hit it through the middle, right? Crunch
Yeah.
it through the middle. But sometimes you get too much on the inside. Hits the hosel when it shanks.
So like hitting the rim on a tennis racket.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
like that. So, but yeah, that's basically what I did.
And it was filmed and it went viral. I thought your thing on Twitter was funny though when you were like, please do not share this or something like that whilst sharing it.
And, well, yeah, and everyone shared it. Anyway, I got so many. There's a lot of people out there very much laughing at me. Well, for instance, on Twitter now, the thing that I said, it's got 8 million people have looked at it. Do you think about it? That's 8 million people laughing at me. 8 million. 8 million people taking the piss going, look at this fella here.
Well, to be fair, on the positive side, we had a lot of people in our inbox offering you free golf lessons. So
Yeah, true.
courses for courses.
And also, I spoke to the guy from Callaway who said we can sort that out.
Did he?
Yeah. So I've actually booked in to go and see him.
What to get?
Who's
you
laughing
got-
now, Peter? Who's laughing
Yeah,
now?
To
bring
get you
it on,
some-
you
Yeah.
fuckers.
You should just go down the old Kate Moss route.
What?
Never complain or explain.
Listen, I'm not complaining at all or explaining.
You've just done 15 minutes talking about it.
No, I wasn't complaining. I just said I'm just letting you know how's
To
my
be
week
honest,
been.
I thought those golf clubs were supposed to be private, where you can't video.
Good point. No phones on the
We
golf
should
course.
find out who that guy is and go and duff him up.
Duff him up. Right, mum.
Get your jukes up.
Duff him up.
We should duff him up,
We
baby.
should duff
I'd
him up.
love to see Pete duffing someone up.
Get your jukes up. Get your jukes up.
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, all good vibes. So have you got any weekly wines then?
Okay, so my weekly wine is, so we were at Riley's party on the weekend
Yeah.
and I'm like, Pete, take it easy. Party starts at 6. We arrived about 12. 1 o'clock,
What? Party started at 6 p.m. and you arrived at midnight.
no, 12 midday.
Oh, sorry.
So we had a bit of lunch. Then we went to the room. Me and all the girls were getting ready in my room. Helen came to do our makeup. We were, having a lovely...
Our room.
Yeah.
No? So there's 8 girls in my room, basically.
Oh, poor you.
Yeah, but what am I supposed to do?
8 cowgirl babes.
8 cowgirls getting ready.
What do my tits look like in this picture?
No, there was a bit of that going on.
Well, there's loads of that going on. That's hence the reason that I did what I did.
Okay.
So he obviously came back at 5 to 6 to get ready because we were all in the room. Obviously, we were all late because faffing around.
Yeah.
We didn't have a drink. We had the cocktail cart. We're on the Bacantes. And he crawled in. Couldn't even stand up.
Been left at
5 to 6.
12. I can't get into my own room. I was hoping for just have a little lie down or something. I just sat in the bar for 5 hours. So are you done yet or not?
And we got to the party and everyone was like, what happened to Peter?
Were you on your Todd or were you with the lads?
No, the lads were all there.
Oh, sounds so they were mullered
But
as well.
no one was like you.
Yeah, no one.
No, Lucy-
I stayed for the entire 5 hours. though.
James
They were
went to the
coming and going.
reclamation yard.
Yeah, quite a few people came in and out. I was kind of the one constant.
You'll always find them in the kitchen at parties type of thing.
Yeah. So he arrived at the party 11 out of 10 smashed.
He's right, lad.
Don't know if that was true.
Babe, it was.
I don't know if that's true.
Is
Well,
this
you
the night of
obviously
the
can't-
guitar playing? Same night? Yeah, okay.
So that's my weekly wine.
And how long did he stay out for after?
I feel like I felt I was doing a nice thing.
He stayed
getting
out
of
till
my own
1.
room.
We stayed out till about 1, 2.
To be fair, he still put a shift in as well. Was he good company on the night?
I don't know because I didn't see him because he spent most of the time on the stage. On the stage and in the middle of a circle doing the robot.
We had a dance off. There was a lot of dancing, a lot of rodeo. Some hat making. We had a dinner in between.
You didn't make your hat. You just took one off the shelf and didn't decorate yours. He was like, I can't be arsed waiting for this.
You doing you
And he just got a plain one.
Did you set fire to it and all that as well?
I didn't do that. There was the branding and the fire. I just put like a little horseshoe on mine and some leather.
Yeah.
I think actually, like, if you think about it, you should have said, thanks. I'm so sorry to have kept you out of your room for that long. You deserve a little drink for that. And I think, that's the way you should have taken it, really. I actually came in at 5 to 6. I was like, I'm going to have to have a shower now. I came in, had a shower, and there was like 8 women in the room.
He had to just shut the door on him in the shower.
Leave him in there.
He had to
Leave him
stay
in
in
there.
there and he got ready in like a space, like a cubicle that big.
So bearing in mind, at least I've had 5 hours to get ready. I've had 3 minutes and a cubicle.
And I'm blooded.
Yeah.
No, if anything, I think that should have been my weekly one.
Okay.
Well, I've actually got another one.
Okay, go on.
Well, the other one was, the other day, bearing in mind, I've left the house for 1 hour. I haven't been out for long. We've had the police round, the fireman round.
Oh, God.
The kids are screaming. There's alarms going off everywhere.
What?
Explain.
So Pete, I can't even remember where you went.
Wasn't I working?
But he was on his way home, so I thought I'm going to make Pete a nice steak and dauphinoise for his dinner.
Nice.
My specialty. I'll actually add the recipe. Lucinda, should I quick run through?
Is this one we did last week with the chicken stock?
Yeah, I've already told you.
We've told it. Yeah,
phenomenal. So next minute, the whole house is covered in smoke. One set of fire alarms went off. Then another, even louder alarm went off.
Oh my God.
So then I'm getting calls from the fire brigade. I said, no, I'm making steak. And I've set the fire alarms
Good
up.
service, I have to say.
I don't know.
Called straight away.
I don't
Did
know
you?
how. Yeah,
Wow.
I don't know how to turn it off. So I called Pete, and Pete's like, "You need to press the red button with the key."
Yeah.
So I pressed a red button with a key.
Yeah.
Then 4 minutes later, 3 police cars turned up at my door.
Oh my
What's
God.
the emergency? And I'm like, "There's no emergency." He's like, "You've set off the
Just
panic
press
buttons."
the panic alarm. The panic alarm.
And then I was laughing my head off. So he was like, well, we have to have a look around just because sometimes if there's an intruder in the house,
He can press you to say, I'm okay.
Yet they can let you answer the door and go, oh no, it's fine here. It's just an accident.
you've got
So
to
the
go to
police
your
are like,
head,
we've got to come round. So they come round. And then I'm
Laughing
obviously in
your
the
head
police
off?
dress. No, I was petrified.
I was, yeah.
Yeah, I was having a heart attack.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, because I was also thinking I've wasted the police's time here as well. Like, and then I had guilt, and the police went, fleece dressing gown. I'm a pod listener.
Shut up. Go away.
And I was like, oh my God. He said I could smell the steak, but I was nearly in tears, wasn't I?
Yeah, I remember, yeah.
It was so scary. And Pete's like, I've been gone for 40 minutes and you've had fire engines, freaking police.
Carnage. Goes to pot when I'm not here.
But I would like some tips from our listeners, if they've got them, on how to cook a steak on a pan without fumigating the whole bloody kitchen.
I do it.
I can't do it.
It's just lower, no?
You need to get your pan boiling hot before you put it on, like really hot, as hot as it'll go. And then as soon as you put the steak on, you lower it, and then 2 minutes each side. Laughing.
But I do that. And I couldn't even see the pan. There was just smoke.
What oil are you using?
I use butter. I use butter.
I normally use, well, sometimes you can use a mix of both, but maybe a bit of veg oil and a bit of butter.
I don't use vegetable oil.
It's better to cook with than olive oil.
Is it why?
Because I think if olive oil gets risen to a certain temperature, it can release something in, like that can be carcinogenic. You're meant to cook with veg oil. Olive's more for dressing oil, I think, or cooking on lower heats.
Interesting.
Okay, every day's a school day.
Marco Pierre shite over there.
You fucker, that's my line. You fucker. Very good.
I've never heard that before.
You're right. I thought I just made it up.
Oh, no.
Okay, audience wines. Hi, Abbey and Pete. Love the show. Always makes me laugh on the journey back after looking after my lovely grandkids. Big shout out to their parents.
I don't think this is suitable for the grandkids.
Yeah.
Big shout out to their parents, Alex and Pete, who also listen to the show. I know what you mean about the food bank, but to be honest, I think it'd be much better if instead of putting food in the bank, there is a facility to donate a £5 or £10 or whatever. The money can then be converted to vouchers to enable people to do their own shopping.
Yeah.
I can't imagine anything worse than having to go to the food bank no matter how desperate things are. Can you imagine someone bringing a bag of food to you that contains bread and you're gluten intolerant? Love, Jackie.
I don't think there's anything to be ashamed of going to a food bank. I think you don't know people's situations.
You don't, and sad how much they've risen over the past 10 years.
Yeah, and
stuff
you
like
know,
that.
it's a necessity for, like, we donate all the time, Pete, don't we? Like, every time I do a shop, I donate. And we actually drove past one the other day and stopped, didn't we? And we were like, what day do you donate? And well, on the way to take Sophia to school, I always take bags of stuff.
And to be fair, I've been fortunate never to have to use one myself, but I've seen them on TV a couple of times, and it's not just a kind of like you turn up and you get what you're given. I think they're a bit like a shop in a certain way, and you can get a bit of pick and choosing and stuff. So yeah, they are a great facility, food banks.
Okay, dear Abbey, Pete and Scott.
Thanks.
Scott.
I get called Scott all the time, you know. And my best mate's called Scott.
On this pod or just in general?
In real life, in general. I think it's because it's a similar name. It's like TT and then SS and then it's S and then R at the start, isn't it? With an O in the middle.
Well, this better be a good
Ross,
message.
that makes no sense.
Scott and Ross.
Scott and Ross. I've seen a few messages saying calling you Scott.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's a Scott and Ross thing. It's a similar name. People get it mixed up.
The Scott and Ross thing.
Scott and Ross, the names don't look
I'm
anything.
called Ross. I'm telling you, I've lived my life with loads of people calling me Scott. Why would they call me Scott if it wasn't for that reason? You don't know me.
It's mad, that, isn't it? This better be a good message because otherwise it's going in the bin. So picture the scene. I'm on a lovely Sunday morning walk listening to the latest episode of The Therapy Crouch when an all too familiar story starts to be told. The ex-footballer turned golf wanker, aka my hubby, looking for advice on whether he made the right decision to turn down his beautiful sexy wife, aka me, the night before a game of golf with his pals. To say I was shocked is an understatement. Then the fact he signs off with his name, obviously proud of himself, is when I thought I'm going to bloody kill him. So this is the wife of the golf.
He didn't
Is
know
this
if
the guy who said he couldn't have sex before golf?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and he wanted to get to bed early.
Yeah.
It's like on that Married at First Sight. He won't have sex before he goes to the gym because it says it lowers his testosterone.
Ryan. Yeah. Cheap.
He's
they're odd, them two, aren't they? The pair of them are. She gets worse than him. Have you finished there?
No.
Oh, God, I won't spoil it.
I have to wait until Pete's out to watch that.
Why?
He's always here.
He's always here.
I'm joking. Because you're not into it, are you? So
I don't mind it.
If we go to bed and I put it on, you're a bit like, oh.
Yeah, I'm a bit like that, yeah. I think if he had even signed off with the non, the game was still a giveaway. We come from a very small town, which you mentioned a few times, Sligo, and there are not too many ex-local footballers who have settled here from Scotland. But forget all that. I was more annoyed with him for the fact that he forgets to mention who introduced him to your podcast, and he forgets to mention that we absolutely love the pod and the banter between the three of you. No other podcast even compares. We literally send clips over and over back to each other because I relate to Abbey in lots of ways, especially when it comes to the tidiness and organisation of the house. So much so, he's asked me on many occasions if he should just sleep in his work van. I love you, Abbey. You actually make me feel normal. So just a wee update, the ban on haggis, as he likes to call it, might continue for a lot longer than 2 weeks. Love you guys, the beautiful, sexy wife.
Nice. Very good.
That's lovely.
That's funny.
Ban on
Oh,
haggis.
so she did make up for calling you Scott.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the thing is, yeah, she can't be that much of a listener if she's calling you Scott. Bloody hell.
It's a typo.
She's pissed.
She's pissed. I wonder if there is a thing that tricks your brain with Scott and Ross.
That's what I'm saying, because it's SS and then it's TT. So they're next to each other in the alphabet.
Scott hasn't got...
Ends in TT and my name ends in SS. They're next to each other in the alphabet. And then the name begins with R, which is before S in the alphabet. And there's an O in the middle. That's just my theory. But I've been called Scott all my life.
One of the maddest shouts I've ever
That's
heard.
the terrible theory.
Okay, well, what's your theory?
I haven't got one.
Well, there we go. So it's the only theory we've got.
But there's the only both letter that's in it is a 1S and 1O.
I'm talking about the placement of the letters in the alphabet. Doesn't matter.
But no one's thinking of that.
Well, okay, well, until someone else has a better theory than
What
mine.
do you think?
No, I have no idea what's going on.
There will be an explanation of that.
Oh, dear Mr. Crouchy from Bahrain, the Clantz and Tudor Bob Ross, warmest regards to your families.
Nice.
Day one listener to both pods. Having listened to the most recent pod right at the end, Abbey mentioned using the SIF on the patio. Having watched your docos and the Dulwich Hamlet series, I noticed you have a pool. As a pool guy, I would like to recommend using liquid chlorine carefully. On your rust stains or any stains on your pool patio, it will come right off with a scrub and pressure wash. P.S. If you need a pool guy, I'm your man. Joe from Sunny Cotswolds.
Oh, love
You were
the
talking about
castle.
getting your rust off last week, weren't you, or something?
Yeah,
You jiff.
that's why it's written.
Talking about Jif.
Sif.
Jif and
Sif.
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 Yeah.
Gets it off. But he said, chlorine. He said you
Liquid
have to be
chlorine, that sounds a bit industrial to me.
He said you have to be careful with it. So I imagine it's
Yeah.
a bit of a dodgy one.
Yeah, that's a great little tip.
Oh, we'll give it a go. We'll let you know.
Yeah, very good.
All right, let's get into it, babe. Last week we did 16 questions. And
Yeah, they were really good then.
it was quite nice, I thought.
I do.
You know, we kind of...
We fell in love again.
We did fall in love a bit.
A bit.
A bit. You were getting quite emotional. I thought the pair of years. I could
You
see
were crying.
there was glass eyes in this house. I was able to see the pair of years and
You
you
were
were getting
totally
glassy eyed.
crying.
But you obviously felt that I talked a lot more last week. So you want to tell me how much you love me this week?
No.
Why not?
Go on. You asked me. Oh,
Yeah, we've got a couple more. We didn't
Okay.
quite get through all of them, but I think we should hit a couple more because some of them are good, aren't they? But some of them are a bit similar as well, so maybe we don't get through the full 16.
How's being with me changed the way you view love and relationships? It's not all it's cracked up to be.
yeah.
They were lying.
No, I think
Sold me a dream.
I think being with you, what it's taught me about love and relationships is that you shouldn't settle. Like true love does exist,
Yeah.
and you shouldn't settle. You know that there should be like a mutual respect, because you know people we know are definitely in relationships that there isn't mutual respect or the same kind of level of love, and I just would not stand for that.
I think that when you see people that you know that they're just there.
Settled.
Oh yeah, and you can. I think a lot of the time in a relationship dynamic, the way I've seen it with people is there's always one who you can tell is more into the other one, or loves more, or puts more effort in, or is like having to put up with more SH1T than the other person. Do you know what I mean? It's not fair, is it? It's not good. But
No, and I think in a relationship there are times where that naturally happens. Like, you know, I'll put more effort in at a certain time, or P puts more effort in a certain time. But like if generally that's balanced, I think that's a good foundation. But I think, you know, you've taught me that like true love really exists and that you shouldn't settle.
That's good. That's a nice thing to say. That
Yeah.
you found the perfect person is what you're saying essentially.
No, someone left a comment on one of our pods on YouTube saying that I was the reason that they don't have a wife or a girlfriend.
Oh, is it, mate? Is it the reason, or is it because you're a fucking loser? That's what I
Exactly.
think. Do you know what I mean?
Thanks.
How easy
Thanks,
to put that on
cuz.
someone else. You're the reason I don't have a bird. Fuck off.
I know, yeah.
Dickhead. Sorry.
Exactly. But I was a bit like, oh,
Also,
God,
if
that's
you
hard.
said, "Would you like to be my would you like to be my boyfriend?" He would be like a rat up a drain pipe.
Yeah, literally.
Let me tell you that right now.
I hate keyboard warriors, you know. But you know, it does stick in your head, doesn't it? I suppose.
It is funny, the negative ones do, but
That's the thing. You look at 100 positive comments and one negative one.
I actually don't read the comments ever.
Yeah, you should. No, not that you shouldn't personally, but one shouldn't because, well, we obviously have to kind of reply with the community and that. But if when someone's just having a go, you're a keyboard warrior
but
who's just living in the fucking mum's basement or something like that.
I
It's
know,
like,
yeah.
who do you think you are? Shut up.
I know.
But we love you. Please hit that subscribe button.
Go on, next one.
Our song, well, our wedding song was You Two.
I thought you were going to say Nicki Minaj there.
Sometimes you can't make it on your own.
I don't think I've known that one.
Oh, it's amazing.
It is a great song.
You
We-
love
we-
you too.
We sing it every time we go out together.
Do you?
Yeah, we do.
As well as Shallow.
Well, yeah,
That's our
that's
duet,
a
isn't
given,
it?
but then we'll do a duet together.
Islands in the Stream.
I just don't think there's anyone better than Bono.
I think Bono is more your generation. I don't know any of my mates who are that into you two. I kind of like them. 'Cause
Yeah,
I'm-
but you like George Michael,
oh, yeah, I do.
Prince,
Yeah, I do.
Michael Jackson,
Yeah, I do. But I think, yeah.
Simply.
What the fuck am I talking about? I think because
just-
Bono
I
became
just-
a bit cringy as he got a bit older, though, didn't he?
No,
I think he did. Them shades on him, and he was just like banging on all the time, weren't he?
I think he's cool as anything. I think he's such a cat.
He's such a cool cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that feel that way, though. I know what you mean.
His lyrics are phenomenal.
He just became a bit like activisty or like on a soapbox a lot of the time, and like
Yeah, but I think that's
Yeah.
I think that's a positive thing.
I do
Because
it
a
is,
lot of
it is.
people look up to celebrities to be the voice of change and a movement, and I think he's like helped a lot of things.
I do. No, I agree.
You know, if they use their platform to kind of be the voice of the people and what they want to hear and what they want to do and what they're passionate about. And I don't think he like bangs on at people. I think he's good. And we love the lyrics and we love that song. And we listened to that song really early on in our relationship when we both discovered our love for you two.
Yeah.
Do you know my phone comes up as you two? Doesn't it? My Bluetooth thing is you two. You know, if you want to airdrop me something, it always comes up as you two. Have you noticed?
Yeah, I have noticed that.
Why? Why?
Someone's pranked you behind the Apple Store.
I don't know how to change it.
It's not affecting you, is it? Do you want to do one more?
Yeah.
What about something I do that makes you smile every time? Cup of tea? Cup of tea in bed?
Good. We had a slight argument about that the other night, and I was like, I don't want a cup of tea.
Oh.
The other night, I just didn't fancy one.
What, did I make you one?
No, you were like, you sure? It's like, yeah, I don't want. Are you being funny? No, I'm not. I just don't want a cup of tea.
What's wrong?
No,
You just
just-
say, I can't be sitting here with you sulking all night.
You're tricking me. I'm like, I'm
I
not.
was thinking I'm going to
Is
get
this a
into
trap?
bed here, and then she's going to go, oh, I'd love a cup of tea.
Wait till you
I
get your
think it's
kids off.
because, because I was downstairs and I hadn't gone up yet. I think that was the reason.
Yeah, I was like, it's not a trap. I just genuinely don't want a cup of tea.
But I can understand why you would think that, Peter.
I had one of those vitamin
You're trapping
drips.
me.
Yeah.
Have you ever had one of those?
One of what?
A vitamin drip?
Oh, the IV things?
Yeah.
The hangovers?
It wasn't for a hangover. It was just because I was just feeling a bit flat.
Did you feel good off it?
I just could not sleep.
Really?
Couldn't sleep all night.
Is it
I was
almost
just-
like adrenaline kind of thing?
I don't know. It was
Might be like-
vitamin
Yeah,
B.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
getting
yeah.
that goodness, you might get a
pumping through your
boost.
body, yeah.
It was like a lot of because it's supposed to like wake you up and sort you out.
People get them after hangovers. I've heard
Yeah.
like celebs doing it.
Yeah, celebs. I didn't get it. I just felt like flat and no energy.
What time
So-
did you do it?
I did it at 1:30 p.m.
Oh.
I couldn't sleep all night.
Did you feel better after it though?
I'm not sure.
So,
Not sure. I think
No.
the saline It's saline, like that's just hydration. So I think you always feel better after hydration.
Yeah.
So I had pains in my back. I don't know what that was.
No, I'd feel about that. I don't know. I'd like to do it maybe, but
I just couldn't sleep. Couldn't sleep.
People have IV drip parties, don't they? You've seen it on the Kardashians.
Yeah, but I was like, can you drink at the same time? It's not really a party.
doesn't really work. It's not really a party, is it?
It's more of a gathering, small gathering.
Yeah. You could do that the next day.
Yeah.
After the party.
Yeah. Which I think people do.
Party.
Okay.
Okay,
So we've
Agony Abs.
Yeah, let's go.
Hi, Abbey and Pete. Love you both to bits. And the pod has been keeping me sane through wedding planning madness. But I've got a bone to pick. Pun is intended. My fiance treats our dog like he's our firstborn child. Don't get me wrong, I love our Frenchie too, but it's got to the point where I feel I come second to this four-legged fluff ball. She kisses him goodnight, speaks to him in a baby voice, and this is not a lie, once made me move over in bed because he was having a stressful week. Wow. If I even suggest leaving him with her mum so we can go away for the weekend, I get death stares. How do I say I want a romantic getaway without the bloody dog, without sounding like Cruella de Vil? Cheers, Tom, aka the other man.
The other man. Our cat sleeps in our bed on top of my head.
Yeah. The cat now has got more room than me.
The cat's got more room than me. I got out last night and went in with Sophia because Liberty was in with us. Liberty got in and the cat lies on my pillow, stretched out.
Oh, that is kind of cute, though,
So
isn't it?
it's so cute. And it's not going to last much longer because she's 21.
You don't want it to end, do you?
I don't want it to. I was actually thinking, like, when they die, obviously I'll get that new carpet because they're incontinent now. I know it sounds terrible, but
So the first thing you think is when they die, I'll get a new
Yeah, I
carpet.
thought you were going to say, like, we've got to do a little memorial or something for
no,
it.
obviously I'll do that. But because they're incontinent now and they just keep peeing on the carpet.
Oh, that was so funny
And
before
Pete said I'm not allowed to get new carpet until they die.
Which is fair enough.
Well, it's pointless, isn't it? Because they're doing it all the time.
Mate, when you came in before we started rolling before and you're just like, babe, this kitchen stinks of piss. And you were like, the whole house stinks of piss.
That's like
We don't want to
Granny's house.
spread that room and that our house stinks of piss. It's bleached within an inch of its life, 10 hours a day.
I didn't think
Can you
of that.
imagine?
It does.
There's people out there now thinking our house stinks of
No, because I've just bought Pete a new rug for his office. It was literally down half an hour and the cat peed on it. It's the third
Do you
time
think
I've
they
changed.
know they're doing that, like to mark the house or to territory or something? 'Cause
I don't know what it is.
They never used to, though.
They
No.
never. It's just a recent thing, but they have got thyroid issues and the incontinence.
cat wee stinks. It's ammonia, like in it, isn't it? It smells more than dog
Our
wee. Cat
dogs
wee.
have never, ever had an accident. Like when I got the new curtains, they peed on it. Peed on
ones
the
that
curtain on the landing. I just
Must
couldn't
be
believe
a
it.
thing about it being new, maybe.
I think it must
Not
be.
the right smell.
But it's gonna leave a huge void when they're not around. It's
Anyway,
awful.
back to this guy before we talk about our problems.
Well, yeah, I know that. I mean, you got the thing
You
is,
get jealous of my horse, don't you?
I'm not really the horse. No, not at all. Oh, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. I think because that's there. You go there and I think
Yeah.
here, for instance, like I know what you mean. Like it's if you've got a dog and it's constantly around.
It can be a little bit invasive. Dogs are a bit invasive as well. Like they can be a bit protective over one of them. I've seen it like YouTube where like they'll go to kiss the bed and the dog will be like, "Rah, rah, rah, rah." You know what I mean?
Yeah, like that.
They can,
And
get,
even
they
like
can,
the
they can
dog-
get in the middle of a relationship with a dog.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Any pet, I would say.
We had that guy wrote in a few years ago who was saying like his girlfriend wants to move in, but he hates the dog.
Oh yeah.
It's me or the dog.
Oh yeah. And we were going to say if you're allergic to something, eat it, and then say you're allergic to the dog. Forgot about that.
Just feed it a bar of chocolate.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Class.
It just I don't know. It's like-
I think he's well within his rights to say, let's have a weekend without the dog.
I mean, he's also said he's getting them through wedding planning madness. So if you're fairly far into your relationship, you can at this point have a conversation about the.
Oh, you would literally just say the dog is not coming. Because our weekend this weekend, I wanted to bring the dogs and people was like, no, we're not bringing them. It's just another hassle.
Yeah. So you're saying
It's nice when we go away. It's nice to be, if we're not taking the kids, then why are we taking another problem?
exactly? It's like we've got a good one
I
back
don't
to,
consider my animals problems.
no,
like
but
you.
you've got to think about going like, oh, we've left it in for 3 hours. Got to go and take on a walk now, or make sure it hasn't peed in the room or whatever. I know what you mean. It's a responsibility.
Just responsibility. It's nice to go and just do what you want to do whenever you want to do it.
Get on stage, play guitar, and
Yeah, if I want to play
Drink
guitar
for 5 hours.
you know what I mean? I'll have a 5
Maybe
hour
you drank
bender.
for 10 hours. You did another 5 hours after that.
You should be proud of me.
That's a sesh, that lad. Well,
That's what I mean. You should go, that's my man, that. There he is.
still got it. He still
I
got
remember
it.
coming out at one point, he was like this on the couch with a cigar.
Fucking Tony Soprano.
I was like, get up now.
There was a couple of lads with some cigars. And
Yeah.
And then
thought
he
I'd join
told
them.
me, and then
I
he
don't like
said to me,
cigars.
no, you're not going to believe this. He said to me, could do me a favour? Could you hold that? So me, I held it, and he just ran back to the dance floor and started dancing. And I was like, I'm not going to stand here holding your cigar while you just go
I'll be
off
back in
dancing.
10, all right? Just stay there. Don't move.
That was so rude. That really hurt my feelings. And do you remember that?
No, I remember that. No.
That really hurt my feelings.
Well,
It happens.
it was entirely your fault because you'd left me unattended.
Yeah, that's what happened. So, Tom, basically, mate, you need to put your foot down.
Put your foot down, and it's not often I say that.
Yeah.
No,
on the
Tell
man's
her,
side.
lads.
You
Just
let
tell
her know. Let
But
her know.
I think he should say, look, the dog is not coming. Hi, Abbey and 2 meter. Regards to your family. I recently just found out that my girlfriend of 5 years had cheated on me with one of her friends.
Oh.
I really need advice on what to do.
These hoes ain't loyal.
A few months prior to this, we had just booked our first holiday away to Turkey, and our relationship couldn't have been going any better. But then I found out she'd slept with her friend who I've never met before or have barely heard her talk about. I just really want to know what your opinion is, whether the relationship is worth saving, even though my trust is completely broken, or if it will be best for us to part ways. P.S. I've listened to both of your podcasts since day one, and I can't thank you enough for all the laughs and all the times you've put a smile on my face. Thank you in advance, Lewis, 21. Oh,
He's a baby, isn't he?
That's so early.
that's
like,
too
you know.
long to be going out with a girl for at that age.
How long have we go now?
He's 21.
5 years.
So
5
16.
years?
16, I'd say get rid.
Yeah.
Lad.
Get out
legger.
there, boy,
Legger.
and go and let rip.
Yeah.
5 years. So, my God, that's like, what, 16?
Yeah.
So mad, that. Like that.
We've been together since I was 19.
Whoa.
It's a long time.
It is long.
But that's school days and all that. Like, you know.
It's obviously his first love. He's obviously going to be brokenhearted. But that's, in my opinion, that's too young.
I think these things happen at that age when you're trying to keep a relationship from 16 to 21. It's a difficult thing to do.
Because you grow, you're going from a child to an adult. And I think, you've got your whole life to be settled down. Go out, have fun.
And just strap it up before you whack it up. That's what you're gonna do. Just remember.
You know what? In 10 years' time, you might come full circle and meet that girl again. She might be a different girl. Do you know what I mean? You don't know.
No,
People change.
that won't
They
happen.
do change. She's
It
16
does
to
happen
21.
sometimes.
so
You never
you're
go
too young.
back. You never go back.
No, but I'm just saying you never know.
I don't think we should encourage him to go back to her.
No, I'm just saying you never. What I'm saying is, at the moment, it feels really hard for him. Right? He needs to go out. He needs to do his own thing. And you know what? They might meet up and be different people later on in life. You never know.
Yeah, but the thing is, I also don't blame her really either in this scenario.
You're young and you're stupid, aren't you? You make mistakes.
Yeah, but they're too young. God, and don't get me wrong, I know plenty of people who've been together since school, like Sids and Chrissy.
Yeah.
They've been together since they were like 15. So it can work.
Yeah.
But I think I wouldn't try and save it, hon. I would just go out, have a great time. There's plenty more fish in the sea. But the worst thing is it'll wound him deeply because it's that first love thing. Like our John was like this, wasn't he? I think he needs to just go and have some fun.
Get rid.
Get rid, lads.
It's
Come
going to
on.
be hard and his heart will be broken. But he'll realise soon.
Nah, they're still really young, you know, and like she might change later on down the line, but you go and
I don't know why
enjoy
you're
yourself.
encouraging them to get back together years
'Cause
later.
he loves her, doesn't he? He really likes her.
Yeah, but
and I'm
that's
just
all-
saying it's
that's
easy.
also
It's easy
on the
blow a
easy
little
for-
bit as well,
It's
isn't it? Do you
easy
know what
for
I mean?
us to say, oh, you know, she's done this, get rid. She might be really regret it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, don't settle for that. Do your own thing. What I'm saying is, but you never know later on in life. You
Life is funny, huh? Things do happen. Stranger things have happened and people get back
can't
together.
just write it off. What I'm saying.
And it's nicer for him to hear that than us just go, fuck it
So
off.
easy because we don't know them for us to say that.
No, but it's like the advice that you give to your child. It's like you don't realise now because I'm not being patronising, but you're young. Because he'll think his world is coming to an end now. When I think, like,
It's only just beginning.
What exactly? what I'd say to Sophie, I don't want Sophia getting a boyfriend from like 15 to 20. I want it to be
100%. No.
But they will. You don't want it, but they will. Everyone does, don't they? Going out and copping off. That, like, sorry to say that like that, but
no,
you know
I
what I mean.
full time, like a 5-year boyfriend from. They're like the best years of your life.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah, and I think it's all right in a relationship if you're both accepting of what the other person wants to do for themselves. But I think if you're in a relationship where it's like, oh no, you've got to stay with me. You can't. I don't want you going on to university in Scotland, or do you know what I mean? Those years are so important in your life and career.
Yeah.
That you can't be. Like, it's very hard to juggle both.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi Abbey, face goals. Pete, legs for days.
Leg goals.
I hope you two legends can help me out with this one. I've always been open about wanting a bit of Botox. I'm nearly 38. Got kids, a job, stress, and a forehead that looks like a crumpled napkin. But my husband is weirdly against it. Every time I bring it up, he goes.
He won't know.
or he will, and he might just turn a blind eye. He goes off on one about natural beauty and how I'll look like a Love Island auntie. I don't want to go full frozen face. I just want to smooth out the stress a bit. Do I do it behind his back, or is that crossing a line? Help me smooth things over, literally.
I think there's some things that men don't need to know, and a lot of self-care is included in that, I think. We don't want to shatter the illusion.
No.
And that natural beauty, I can almost guarantee you that most natural beauties aren't natural beauties. And I'm not talking, major things, but you can have a little bit of hydration or a little tweakment here and there. Who cares? Drip. Do whatever you want to make you happy and make you feel confident and good about yourself.
Yeah.
Who's judging?
I agree. But
obviously,
also,
there's a lot of botch jobs out there.
That's what I was just going to say. He might be like a bit of a dopey fella who's hasn't got a clue, and he's just seen like the people on TV, like, Pete Burns type of Botox, and go, I'm not.
I'm a bit like that. Like, I always go like, you got to be careful these days, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
You see some bad things.
You do, but some people want that look as well, by the way. Some people want like humongous lips or
boobs to look like
that
a cat.
big. Or,
yeah.
Some people want that, and people should just be allowed to do what they want.
If they're not hurting anyone.
And if it makes you feel good.
Yeah, agreed. But I think, from a husband point of view, I think you just want, you'd love the look of your wife, how she is.
And that's also a compliment from him, I suppose, to say, like, I don't think you need that stuff. Like, I think you look great as you are, or you're a natural beauty.
Yeah.
So she should take it as a bit of a compliment.
The only thing I would suggest to her is to do her research and make sure she goes to someone.
Just start off with the 2.5 milli, baby. Don't go bananas.
I think that she should do a research and go to, a reputable doctor, and not just someone who's been on a course 5 minutes ago for 30 minutes. And
yeah, agreed. Okay. Well, let's...
Peter friggin' had a face gym again. It's supposed to be me and my daughter, and he took it off us. I went myself.
I love that face gym, by the way. I'm a huge fan of it. And as you can tell, I'm looking radiant today.
Fucking ripped. Face is absolutely
ripped
chiseled.
Cheekbones. I actually really enjoy it. It was great. I didn't take it off my daughter. She had to be over 18, and she wasn't. Yeah. So I did step in.
I didn't think that any father would do.
I kind of saved the day.
Yeah, but I was going to lie about her age and just send her in there.
Oh,
yeah, because she's...
No, I don't like doing that.
Here's a magazine, love. I'll be back in 45.
Just run in there. She's 14.
Snitched on her. Grassed her up so we could get her, little monkey.
I'll step in.
I love that, mate. Well,
and I also love them too much to give it to my daughter as well. She's got enough.
She's got youth on her side anyway.
Exactly. She doesn't need anything.
Exactly right. Good state of our faces.
I know. Well, I enjoyed that pod because we've had a lovely week with all our kids, their birthdays. Liv got her electric ukulele.
Did she?
And an amp and a microphone.
Oh, well in.
So, after Riley's party, we stayed away for a couple of nights with the kids, and we were doing little shows in our cabin with the mic on, the amp.
Yeah.
Good fun, that.
Jack learned to ride his bike without stabilizers.
Go away.
In one day.
this
Because
week.
he's been such a wimp about doing it.
Oh, well then, mate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's now nailed it.
So, it's been a really, really good week. Just seeing all my kids happy, celebrating their birthdays. One of my best friend's birthday. It's
Quite a few
been
birthdays.
You got to
been
see
good.
Pete in a cowboy outfit. What more do you want?
Pete in a cowboy outfit.
Wasn't your
Doing the
birthday either.
robot. Exactly. But yeah, so guys, thank you for listening. And if you enjoyed it, hit that subscribe button because our Ross is gagging to show you his goal.
I think I'll have to get him in the face gym as well.
It's not the only thing he wants to show you.
Fuck off, mate.
Don't know what I was doing. But see you next time.
Bye.